Hey everyone! When you think about the biggest countries in the world, what's the first thing that comes to mind? I bet it's land area, right? How much space they take up on the map. But what if we measured a country's size a different way? What if we looked at its reach across the world's clocks? Today, we're counting down the 10 countries with the most time zones, and trust me, the results are going to surprise you.
So go ahead, take a guess. Which country do you think holds the title? Your mind probably jumps to the giants, right? A huge country like Russia, or maybe the United States with all its different territories. Well, you're going to want to stick around because the real answer is an absolutely fantastic piece of trivia. All right, let's kick off our countdown. Starting our list at number 10 is
the incredible nation of Indonesia, with 3 time zones. Now, this is a country of over 17,000 islands, and it stretches so far that when people in the West are just starting their day, folks way out in the East are already thinking about lunch. To put that in perspective, that's like the distance from London all the way to Baghdad.
Okay, for our number 9 spot, let's head over to a giant in South America.
That's right, it's Brazil, with 4 time zones. And this one makes a lot of sense when you just look at its sheer size, stretching from those famous beaches on the Atlantic coast all the way west, deep into the Amazon rainforest.
Coming in at number 8, we've got a country known for its jaw-dropping landscapes and its huge presence across the Pacific Ocean.
It's New Zealand, with 5 time zones. Now, I know what you're thinking. 5? For just those 2 main islands? But here's the key. It's all about its associated territories, like the Cook Islands and Niue, which spread its influence way, way out across the Pacific.
And hey, holding steady with 5 time zones, we have a tie. Also coming in at number 7 is
Denmark. Okay, hold on. This is our first big surprise of the day. How does a pretty small European country get on this list? Well, it has a secret weapon, Greenland. Since that massive island is a Danish territory, it has several time zones all on its own, which just launches Denmark right into our top 10.
Cruising into the number 6 spot is another giant of the North.
You guessed it, Canada, with 6 time zones. As the world's second largest country by land area, this isn't a huge shocker. I mean, if you took a road trip from St. John's, Newfoundland on the Atlantic coast to Vancouver on the Pacific, you'd have to change your watch 6 different times.
And just like that, we've cracked the top 5. These are the real heavyweights, the true titans of time. Kicking off the top 5 is Australia, with a very impressive 8 time zones. The continent itself is so big it covers 3, but then you've got to add in its authority over remote territories like the Cocos Islands in the Indian Ocean and Norfolk Island out in the Pacific.
Coming in hot at number 4 is a country whose global footprint is a direct result of its long and complicated history. The United Kingdom takes the number 4 spot with 9 time zones. You know that old saying, the sun never sets on the British Empire? Well, it's still kind of true. Its high rank is almost entirely because of its many overseas territories, from the Pitcairn Islands in the Pacific all the way to Gibraltar.
And now for the bronze medal. Taking 3rd place is the single largest country on the entire planet by land area. Of course, it has to be Russia, with a staggering 11 time zones stretched across one continuous landmass. Just to wrap your head around that, when people in Moscow are finishing up their workday, folks over 9,000 kilometers away in Vladivostok are just waking up to a brand new day.
But hold on a second. Russia isn't alone up here. It's a tie. The United States also has 11 time zones. Now, unlike Russia's single block of land, the U.S. gets its total from its incredible breadth, stretching from Maine all the way to Alaska and Hawaii, plus territories like Guam and American Samoa. So, if these 2 giants are tied, who could possibly be number 1?
No, seriously, think about it. We've just had the largest country on Earth and a global superpower. Who could possibly have more than 11 time zones? Any guesses?
and the undisputed champion, the world's number 1 time zone titan with a grand total of 12, is France. I know, right? France! That is not the answer most people expect. So how on earth is this even possible?
Well, the whole secret lies in this key concept: overseas territories. Remember how we saw this with the UK and Denmark? These are lands all over the globe that remain under a country's control. And it turns out, France has more of them, scattered more widely than anybody else.
This map just perfectly shows that global spread. France's 12 time zones have almost nothing to do with its mainland in Europe. Nope. They come from places like French Polynesia in the South Pacific, French Guiana down in South America, and islands like Martinique in the Caribbean and Réunion in the Indian Ocean.
It's this unbelievable global network that makes France the true keeper of the world's clocks. So let's do a quick recap of this surprising top 5. At number 1, our unexpected champion, France, with 12 zones. Tied for second, you've got the USA and Russia with 11. The UK takes 4th place with 9, and Australia rounds out our top 5 with 8. It's a list that's not just about landmass, but really about history and global reach.
So, what do you think? Which country on this list completely surprised you? Was it France taking the crown, or maybe tiny Denmark cracking the top 10? Let us know down in the comments. If you had fun with this global countdown, make sure to like and subscribe for more explainers that help make our amazing world a little easier to understand. Thanks for watching.